Is Dota 2 harder than League of Legends? Well, let's find out. The common consensus among the MOBA community seems to be that Dota is the harder title, but many of you made it clear in the comments on my recent video that you wanted me to give Dota a try and put this theory to the test. Which is why, over the past 5 days, I tried Dota 2 from the perspective of a 10-year League vet, to answer the question, is Dota harder than League of Legends? On day 1, I launched Dota for the first time.
God, it's so loud! Ah!
And was greeted by something absolutely beautiful. A proper tutorial. But because I'm an absolute degenerate, I decided to play my first game in the new player mode before doing any of the tutorials. Because content.
Oh, shit. Okay, we're going in. We're going in.
I decided to try out the hero Juggernaut. As, to be honest, he's the only guy I really recognized because I remember seeing him on the box art.
I don't know what my abilities do. I know nothing.
And that game didn't go nearly as bad as I was expecting it to.
Get him. Okay, got him. Yay! On a killing spree. Let's go.
As you watch me kill a bunch of bots for sport, I wanted to let you all know that I'm giving away $25 of RP to one of my subscribers who comments on this video. So make sure to subscribe, drop a like, and tell me in the comments down below, what are your thoughts on Dota 2 versus League of Legends? All the details for the contest will be down in the description below. After scratching my gamer itch and winning my first Dota game,
I had no idea what I was doing, but it was fun.
I started the tutorial missions, which is where the differences between Dota and League really started to rear their head for me. Here's a list of just a few of those things that I noticed right off the bat. Number 1, you heal in this game by eating trees. Number 2, Dota's Flash is an item called Blink Dagger that has a 15-second cooldown and a range that looks like this.
Excuse me?
Number 3, there is no recall. Your items are brought to you by a little flying donkey.
I fly my item?
Number 4, you can teleport around the map using this town scroll thing, and it is just completely broken.
I can just buy a 6-minute cooldown from the store for 100 gold.
Number 5, abilities are crazy overpowered and do shit like this. And number 6, you can disenchant your items to create new ones. The tutorial honestly did a great job comparing and contrasting the really high level or basic differences between the two games. Due to its length and me not downloading the game beforehand, I wasn't able to complete the full tutorial on day 1. So I kept grinding away on day 2 until I finished the tutorial, and on the very last mission, I was told to head into Dota's PvP mode. I thought after spending hours inside Dota's tutorial, I surely must be ready for this. Right?
Oh, our first game. Here we go.
Well, I'm gonna just let you watch the game.
Here we go. Why is Wukong on my team? What? Okay, I'm landing with Wukong, guys. There he is. Help me, buddy. Ah. I can't move. What? Huh? What? Oh my god, stop stunning me. Oh, no. Whoa, hey.
Over my first and second games, I had the beautiful combined score of 5, 33, and 9. Even though the tutorial did a great job explaining to me the basic mechanics of the game, my macro knowledge and hero knowledge were slim to none. I knew that if I wanted to improve throughout this experiment, I needed to learn more about how Dota is supposed to be played, which is exactly what I did on day 3. After watching hours of educational content on YouTube, I became much more familiar with how the average Dota game plays out in comparison to League. Oh, that makes so much sense. For all the League players watching, here's my very, very high-level summary of how a Dota game is different to a League game. You've got 3 lanes just like in League, but those lanes are called the off lane, the mid lane, and the safe lane. 2 heroes go into the safe lane, your damage carry and hard support, basically your standard League bot lane. 1 hero goes into the mid lane, which is your mid laner, and 2 heroes go into the off lane, your off laner and soft support. There is no jungle position in Dota. Also, one side's safe lane plays against the other side's off lane, as the sides of the map are flipped instead of mirrored like in League. Once I had a basic grasp of the flow of a Dota game, I then needed to see how my chosen hero, Juggernaut, fit into all of this. So I watched some guides and discovered that Juggernaut is a melee damage carry who usually starts in the safe lane. I also learned some basic in-game strategies and item builds, yada 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 yada, you get the picture. Even after learning all this information though, my first few games back on Dota were still very rough.
What? Like, what the hell is that? Okay, like...
But finally, after hours of learning, practicing, and playing, things finally started to look up for me and the Dota experiment I was on.
What are you doing, sir? Get him! Oh, we're actually doing something. Okay, this is good. I'm ulting. Come on. Ah, so close. Okay, we're 6-1. We can do this. We can absolutely do this.
It was in this first PvP win where I really started to understand what made Dota so unique.
Yes! Finally! We won a game of PvP. Oh, yeah.
To be successful, you really needed to adapt to the more fluid style of gameplay that makes Dota Dota. Instead of just sitting in a side lane and farming until eventually getting dropped by 4 enemies out of nowhere.
Ah! What? What? What the f-
I started playing with my team, getting out on the map, and being a part of those important game-winning fights.
Nice, there we go.
Now that I felt more comfortable playing Dota and began to adapt to its gameplay loop, I wanted to see what else this game had to offer on day 4. I thought it was important for me to get a feel for all the different positions in this game and not spend all my time on one hero and one role. And to be honest, I wasn't really enjoying my time on Juggernaut all that much either.
Do I win this? No. Ah, I died to a camp. Shit.
So I decided to hop into PvP and try out a new hero in every other Dota role. This is also when I started to realize just how broken all the heroes are in this game.
I'll just ult them, wait. What is this? What are these abilities, man?
I tried a mid laner named Zeus, who had Karthus' ult, but the damage was instant and there was absolutely no counterplay.
Hey, you guys want to watch you get a quadra kill just by standing here?
A soft support named Spirit Breaker, who had a global lock-on stun.
She can't get away. She can't get away. I'm coming. Here I come.
A hard support named Jakiro, who had essentially the most broken Rumble ult I've ever seen.
Use my ultimate. Oh, I'm doing a lot of damage. Oh my god.
And lastly, an offlaner named Dragon Knight, who, as you can probably guess, transforms into a dragon and sets everybody on fire.
The fire burns!
He was far and away my favorite hero out of the bunch, and I had so much fun trying him out. He was really easy to learn as well, so right away I was getting a ton of kills, impacting the map, and helping my team win the game more than on any other hero I'd played.
Oh my god, oh my god! I have a 3-second AoE stun! Like...
I'd finally found a hero I truly enjoyed playing and wanted to get better at.
Fade away! Woo! Oh, I actually enjoy a character in this game. Yes! Dragon Knight, I love you.
So, on day 5, my final day of this experiment, I dedicated all my games and time to mastering Dragon Knight. One of the great things about playing Dragon Knight is he built some of Dota's most iconic items, which I haven't even touched on yet in this video.
These items, man, they're so broken.
Blink Dagger, which is that massive flash I talked to you about before.
All right, guys, ready for the power of the Blink Dagger? See that person right there? Oh, hi. That's an item, guys. That's an item for 2,000 gold.
And Black King Bar, or BKB as it's known by Dota players, which has an active ability that's like Cleanse, the summoner spell, except it's continuous and lasts up to 9 seconds. Just imagine a Darius who pops Ghost and then uses his BKB and has 9 seconds of complete CC immunity. Just mayhem. Of course, the end of day 5 was when Dota really started coming together for me. I enjoyed my time on Dragon Knight and actually put up a couple of decent carry performances in this crazy complicated game.
Goodbye. Another W.
Look at my score. I went 16, 4, and 14 in that game. Oh my god. Like, I'm actually playing well. Yes! It only took 5 days, but we're doing it. We're winning games. Speaking of complicated, let's ask that question we all came here to learn the answer to. Is Dota harder than League of Legends? As a 10-year League vet, I can confidently say that yes, definitely. And here's why. On both a macro and micro level, there's a lot more going on in Dota. Macro-wise, you have an insane amount of fluidity throughout the entire match that you need to keep track of. The increased roaming, wave management techniques, and teleporting from town scrolls open up so many different scenarios and avenues that just don't exist in League. And micro-wise, there are way more things you need to manage. There's minion denial, which means you can last hit your own minions to deny gold and XP from your opponent. And there's your flying donkey, or courier, you need to manage to get your items delivered to you safely, since it can be killed by the enemy team, locking you out of your own items you just bought.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Wait, what? What? Why didn't I take my item? What happened?
I personally believe after this 5-day experiment, you can easily make the argument of saying Dota is twice as complicated as League of Legends. But honestly, what matters the most is what all of you, the community, think about this topic, and I'd love to hear your thoughts about Dota versus League down in the comments below. I absolutely love reading comments, hearing all of your guys' opinions, and receiving feedback, so I'll be down there interacting with as many of you as I can. And of course, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want to watch a League of Legends creator actually play League of Legends, then click on one of the videos on screen right now.